Hey guys, so quick tutorial on ratio tables. So I'm starting off with something like this, and I want to be able to continue my table, let's say 2 more rows. First thing I want to do with something like this is find my unit rate. So in order to find my unit rate, I can do it one of 2 ways. So one way is to go up or down. So I want to bring my minutes to 1. So I'm going to go ahead and add 1 more row to the bottom. So I'm going to bring this to 1. So in order to go, I can either go from 2 to 1, or I can go from any other number there to 1. I'm going to go ahead and just do 2. I'm going to go from 18 to 1, and it'll be the same thing any other way I do it. So if I were to go from 18 to 1, in order to go from 18 to 1, I would have to divide by 18, because 18 divided by 18 gives me 1. So whatever I do on one side, I'm going to want to do on the other. So I'm going to do 63 divided by 18, and that gives me 3.5. So my unit rate, or R, equals is 3.5. So some people also do K equals, so it can either be K or R equals, depending on what your teacher has taught you. So now to go from there to my next step, but I want to take a second to show you the second way to find your unit rate. So if we label our tables X and Y column, I can also do unit rate equals Y divided by X. So I can take 63 divided by 18 to find my answer, or 7 divided by 2, or 21 divided by 6, any of those work, and it'll give me 3.5. Now keep in mind, when you're doing Y over X, it has to be both numbers in the same row. You can't pick and choose a number from a different row. So now that I have my unit rate, I'm going to use my unit rate to work my way down the table. Okay, so generally these are already filled out either one side or the other. So let's just say that our table had the number 24 in there, and it had the number 28 in there. Okay, so in order to find my missing numbers, I would just go left to right. I'm doing multiplication, so we'd use our unit rate for that. I would do 24 times 3.5 equals 84. So I'd have 84 in here. And then 28 times 3.5 would be 98. So I'm going to fill 98 in there. You can also use your equation to do that, but that's what we're going to do next. So now that I know how to fill in my ratio table, I want to figure out what my equation is for this table. So the easy part about it is that since I already have my unit rate, my equation is simple. So my equation template is usually y equals kx, or for us, it would be y equals Rx, remember, K and R are both representative of unit rate. So all I'm going to do is fill in the K and the R with my unit rate. So my equation would be Y equals 3.5x. And then I'm done. That is my equation. If, for example, you're using different letters for your table, so maybe they had used M or L, I would just replace the Y and the X with those letters. So I could have done L equals 3.5 M. And I always like to label it with X and Y anyway, just so that I know which letter matches which one in my original equation. So if you have any more questions, make